Carol, and welcome to Over 50, So What? Over 60, so what? Over 70, so what? Just do it anyway. Life's too short not to have fun, so why not have a good laugh every day? And to kick off with today, we're going to do some laughter yoga therapy with Phillipa, the laughter lady. And for all you newbies watching, after the break, we're going to do a fitness segment. Just whatever you're wearing, just get up and join in. It's only 5 minutes. How many minutes? 5 minutes. That's it. And you're going to feel fantastic. Now, this show first goes to air in magpie swooping season. So we're going to learn a little bit about magpies and how you can keep walking and cycling through the magpie season. Now, let's have a laugh with Phillipa. We welcome back today the Queen of Chuckle, the laughter lady, Phillipa Challis. She's been with us before, getting us all laughing and getting us involved. She's a keynote speaker, she's an author, she's been working in the corporate area for over 30 years, and she's going to give us some more tips on how to laugh our way to better health. Hi Phillipa, welcome back to Over 50, So What?
Delighted to be here. Thank you for asking me, Carol.
Now, last time we had a few tips on laughing. We talked about how all the work you've been doing in businesses and helping them have higher sales rates and better team building and better relationships in the company. Now, I understand that you also go into lifestyle communities and retirement villages and you run workshops there. Can you tell us a bit about those kinds of workshops?
It's just wonderful to go into these places. Let's start with the aged care facilities. They're not as independent. And some of those people don't have the mobility that you and I have. And when you go to a laughter session, if you go to a laughter club, you'll find so many of them are outdoors and people are very energetic. But when people aren't as mobile, it puts a different aspect onto it. And I've shared with you how when you laugh, it uses every muscle in your body. The clapping, the ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 is something that people can do. And a great circle formed of people, maybe in chairs, in wheelchairs, or even on those rest beds. One of the things we might do instead of clapping is to go ho, ho, and to share it, the ha, ha, ha. Because in facilities like that, it's really nice to have that opportunity to connect. And whereas we might have something that's very interactive and jumping around, if we're all able-bodied, in the aged care facility, we tend to have a little bit of a slower pace, and we do things that aren't going to require lots of energy because we don't believe in forcing the body into it. It's a natural thing. So the aged care facilities, we often too will have some singing go along. And of course, we go back to our childhood and we remember those songs and the activities and we laugh with it. And we may do one of the laughs where everybody's engrossed in the laugh, but with the words of the song. And Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall is a great one, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, and we have a laugh. All the king's horses and all that, and we laugh in between. So it's helping them because it comes naturally. And a lot of people who have got Alzheimer's, dementia, when they do the laughter, because it takes them back in time and it comes to them, the past is easier than the current. And I know at my young age, I'm still forgetting of walking into a room, what did I come here for? So for these people, it's lovely. And we find quite often, as I did on one episode, going to a facility, and the lady who was so interactive, her carer said, that was the most amazing thing. And she said it with tears in her eyes, which made me tear up. And she said, that's the first time that Ruby has been with us for the whole 20 minutes since I've known her. It brought her right into the present time. And that's what's happening. People, as I said earlier, laughter's like a meditation. You're right in the moment. And scientifically, the left and right brain hemisphere don't work together as a rule, unless we watch Baroque music and when you laugh. So it's a good thing. So that's the aged care. And then they're a slightly different situation because lifestyle villages, it's a lovely way of living. These people who've got their own places with all the activities. And if I join them and we do a laughter session, and again, you've got very mobile people there as opposed to some who are sedentary, and we can be as creative as we want. But getting in there, it's like doing a full yoga session or a gym workout, and to our own level of comfort.
I believe you also call it like a laughter yoga therapy. Is that what it is, really?
It's laughter yoga because Dr. Madan, whom I spoke of earlier, he is the man who came up with the idea of the laughter, and his wife Madhuri, they're both exponents of yoga. So they put them together. So that's why when we start, we have the stretching and the breathing in between each laugh. Quite simple, as I said before, it's just a matter of breathing in. And if you do that and inhale and exhale, and if you're standing up, you bend over and touch your toes perhaps. And again, and out. Now this time a really big one, and take your hands out to the side and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And you just let it out with the biggest chuckle you can. So then that would, when you're doing it, you lose and get rid of some of the stress you've had. And you do get energized by the breathing, and people are more open to interacting and being active with other people when they do it. So that's why it's so good. And a lot of the lifestyle villages like to have me go back once a month. And each time we talk about the different benefits. On the serious side, we know that it does help people with different health conditions. There's been a study done, people who are having dialysis sit there, and if they laugh, they're better for it. People who are, as I mentioned before, confined to a chair and they can't get out and exercise, it's a great way of doing it. And you'll often see people coming out of a laughter session, the workshops that I run, and they're smiling. They all work out. They've walked in, and as they come out, they feel the benefit immediately. That's what I like about it.
Now, you've got some theories about how businesses can incorporate laughter moving forward. Do you see this as an expanding area?
Huge. At the moment, my work is coming through from businesses who are suddenly saying, help, we haven't got people together. They're never going to have everyone back in the office. What can we do? So using the powers of Zoom and other programs, those people can be on the screen while people are in the facility. And we have a laughter session. If you'd like to help me, one of the ones we do in particular is juggling. So I want you to imagine you've got two balls in your hands and they're full of laughter. Are you ready for this, Carol? Let's go. You're juggling. Now, you ready for this, Carol? Catch. And you're going to throw them back to me when you've juggled. Yay. Or we have the old one, the pin the tail on a donkey. Can I get your nose? Your nose on my screen is there. And Charlie's is there and Fred is there. And the people who are around, so they're doing things together. Or we can do the up and down. And that means that people who are at home, they get to bob up and have the laugh. Then they have to stand there and just laugh while the other group do it. And it's a wonderful way of connecting. Now, what we've seen, people who are not communicating because they're at home and they're working remotely, confined in a room, could be their bedroom, could be their study, they benefit enormously by having that interaction. So they're being introduced almost on a weekly basis in some places.
So to finish off with, Laughter Lady, Chuckling Executive Officer, and the Chuckle Lady as well, the Chuckle Queen of Chuckle.
Queen of Chuckle, that's me.
Can you take us out with your clapping?
Certainly, very easy. Everyone can do it. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha.
Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Let's do it. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back. Speed it up. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. That's it. So you'll soon get into the rhythm and you'll just relax into it. Okay, last one on the spot. This time we're going to go out, out, in, out, out, in. Are you ready? Let's do it. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. That's it. Just keep saying it to yourself till it becomes natural and just get into the bounce, get into the rhythm. If you're feeling a bit wobbly on your feet, you can always hold onto a chair or a bench. There we go. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out. Okay, now feet parallel, hands on knees. And we're going to go down, push with the arms, down, push with the arms, down. You can do this if you're sitting down watching, so please keep moving. That's it. So the bottom is out. Bend and push. Bend and push. Bend and push. Bend and push. And walk. That's it. And what we're about to do is combine forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So we go forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in. Forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in. Relax into it. Forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in. Forward, forward, back, back, out, out. We've done this move before in chair exercise, so now we're doing it standing up. One more. And bend the knees and push with the arms. Push with the arms. Push with the arms. That's it. Push and up. Push. Guess what? We're almost there. Keep walking on the spot with your guitar. Other side. I better be careful jumping because of the broken ankle. So that was easy. You should be all warmed up. You should be all energized, ready for your day. 5 minutes. Walking or cycling in magpie season in Australia can be a little challenging, usually between August and November, around there. But now we have the fantastic website magpiealert.com, which shows you where the birds are swooping. And now you can walk and cycle and avoid those spots where the aggressive ones are. Today, we're going to meet the founder of Magpie Alert, John Clark. Hi, John. Welcome to Over 50 So What?
Hello, Carol. How are you?
Fantastic to have you on the show. I mean, you were cycling about 7 years ago, 2013, And you had a bit of an experience with a bird. Would you like to tell us about that?
Bit of an experience is one word. And then I hear this snapping, whoosh, whoosh, snapping bird in my ear, and I turn around and this bloody great big bird, trying to get me. And I sprinted off as fast as I could, but knowing fine well that I had to turn around and come back the same way. So that was a bit nerve-wracking. When I got home, I checked on some of the websites. There wasn't an awful lot of information about back then. And a lot of the government websites were just saying that warn your friends, tell people where they're swooping, and and try to avoid them, right? So, and at the time I was working on a e-commerce website and looking at some store locator functionality, and I just had the idea, wow, I could just do this. I could allow everybody in Australia to come in and plot where their local birds are swooping, so everyone can just go about their business, just avoiding them.
Well, I have to say it's an amazing thing that you're doing, and it's just a hobby for you, and it's a great community service. I mean, hats off to you. It's just absolutely brilliant. I don't think a lot of people really are aware exactly how many attacks we're getting in Australia every year. Can you share some of your figures with us?
Well, year on year, it's around about 4,000, 4,500 get reported to the website.
And you also have a way of recording which result in injury. So out of those 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever, how many of those are resulting in actual injuries?
Well, at the moment, we're tracking around about 12% of those reported are resulting in injuries. But you've got to remember, it's actually quite a small number, because the experts think only 10% of the birds actually swoop. And if only 12% of that 10% are recorded of swooping, actually on the website, but out there in the wild, then it's probably quite a small number. So you haven't got to walk around in fear for your life or anything. Right? You just got to be aware.
And they swoop cyclists predominantly, but they also do swoop and attack walkers. So what are your stats around number of people walking getting swooped?
It's normally around about 20%. Around about 20% of the stats that we've collected are people walking, but then there's other percentages as well. A lot of people reporting walking with prams, so a lot of mums out with the kids are getting swooped. Posties are usually, are targeted, or even if you're just walking to the park. Runners are around about 5%, so yeah, cyclists are the majority. I think cyclists are probably one of the main users of the website.
Well, I found it absolutely incredible, because I this year was avoiding where they were very vicious last year, and I had a very vicious attack myself last year. And I started going around on this detour, and then all of a sudden you sent me these amazing emails saying there's an attack here, and there was 4 attacks on the detour where I'd been taking as my detour from 4 different magpie sites, and I'm like, I can't win.
No, I think they're everywhere, right? So and what we do when we go out, we'll take a look, and we'll have a look at the dates as well that they were recorded of swooping, right? And we kind of hedge our bets in hoping that they've stopped in that area. So if it was late August, then we're like, okay, we're pretty safe to go that way at the moment.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. You've also got the monthly, you can see which month's worse where you are, etc. And so overall, what's the worst month in Australia?
It ramps up slowly for August, where the birds are getting a bit frisky, and then, because it's all breeding season, isn't it? Yeah. So and then it spikes up in September, and then dies down.
And what are your top tips for keeping people safe during magpie season?
There's quite a few tips. We do publish them on the website, so we take tips in from lots of our viewers. The usual one, obviously, a nice wide brim hat and sunglasses when you're out and about and walking. The wide brim can protect your neck as well as your eyes, because the birds just can't get down and get in. And if they do, you've got the sunglasses for protection there. Cyclists, well, if you get swooped on your bike, you have a tendency to panic and try and speed off. a lot of the injuries we do get on the website are people falling off. So they're busy waving their arms around and they forget that they're on a fast bicycle or just on a bicycle. And they fall off and they break arms and limbs and stuff. Some cyclists will tie cable ties to their helmets, and that does stop them from getting in too close. Some of the wily ones will actually come under and go for the cheek. But I suppose just be aware that if you do tie things onto your helmet, it will probably void the warranty. And very long memories, they live up to 20 years up, and up to 20 years. So they were thinking, well, one, you might get away with it this year if one's been continuously harassing you over the years. But others, like, if you've made friends with them, which a lot of people suggest, you can feed them and so that you're seen as a friend and rather than a foe.
So do you have any other tips, like getting off your bike and walking backwards or something?
Absolutely right. Get off your bike, walk backwards, or if you're just walking, keep an eye on the bird. A lot of the time, and I've got one around the corner, and I've been for a run. It's only 5K, but I was puffing and panting, right? And I just stopped, and he swooped me, and I looked at him, right, and then he stopped in midair and then flew off to a perch, right, and then I just turned my head slightly to get going again, and he started again. So, and that's what they do, right? So keep your eye on them, back away, out of the territory, and then you should be all right.
Well, that's awesome, John. Keep up the good work. I mean, I hope a lot of people will jump on there and report their swoops and attacks, and that helps keep a lot of people safe. So I appreciate your service. It's awesome. So keep it up, and let's hope there's less injuries next year.
Fingers crossed, Carol. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for watching the show today. Hope you've had some fun. If you'd like more fun and you'd like to join a laughter club or have a laughter session at your community, just go to our website, carolahalloran.com, and all Phillipa's details are there. And if you want to know about those swooping magpies and where to avoid them, the details are also there at carolahalloran.com. Now, please keep yourself active, keep moving. There's plenty of fitness videos on YouTube. Over 50, so what? And please join our Facebook group. We'd love to hear from you, to get your comments, and what ideas do you have that you'd like to see on this show. We'd love to hear from you. So keep active, keep connected, and please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'm Carol. See you next time. Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?